mezani tuko naye Daktari DR.MGHOI ambaye ni mwanasaikolojia, counselor pale. Ukiwa na stress zako ukiongea naye inakuwa ni vizuri. Tena pia ni Director of Career Office of Career Services hapa katika chuo kikuu cha Chuka. Tutakuwa tunazungumza naye pale atueleze mambo 2-3 kuhusiana, jamani, mbona watu wanajinyonga siku hizi ukimaliza shule? Shida iko wapi? Karibu sana daktari.
Asante sana.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine.
Uko mzima?
Uko mzima kabisa, tunafurahi sana kukuona asubuhi ya leo.
Asante.
Yes.
Nimesikia umekaribia kumaliza shule. Nikaona niongee about this kwa sababu
It suits me well,
it suits you well, So we want to talk about post-graduation depression.
Yes.
Vile mmesikia wasikilizaji, my name is Dr. MACHARIA.
No.
Director, Office of Career Services here in Chuka University. I'm a psychological counselor, I'm a career counselor, and therefore on Tuesdays we talk matters career, we talk matters mental health or psychological issues that someone can face.
Right.
Because nobody can be productive if they are going through mental health challenges. So it's important for us to be mentally healthy so that we can be productive in life. So we want to talk about post-graduation depression.
Right.
Graduation inaitwa aje? Inaitwa kuhitimu kwa Kiswahili. Alafu depression inaitwa kusongwa na mawazo, msongo wa mawazo.
No.
So after wakati wa graduation ama generally graduation, watu wana look forward to. People look forward to graduation.
Right.
Like right now, I'm sure the fourth years are just eager to complete and to, finish and to graduate. They're very eager.
That's right.
And normally it's a day of celebration. It's a time of, just being with friends, being with relatives. Some people even travel from very far and they come and celebrate with someone who has graduated. Actually, a whole village, a whole, even people who have never contributed to your education.
Of course.
They will come and celebrate with you. They'll come and celebrate with you. So it is normally a day of celebration, a day of joy, a day, of, just being happy for the milestone that someone has achieved, which is good. We need to celebrate that. But after the graduation, these graduates may face a time of mental health challenges, or may face depression, or may face a period of helplessness, a period of hopelessness, a period of confusion, a period of, uncertainties, a period of tiredness, anxiety, and so on. So it's very, very important for us to talk about post-graduation depression. Because when I graduated with my PhD, I met a friend of mine. And akaniuliza umegraduate na PhD, unajisikia aje? Na mimi nikawa ninajisikia hapo tu katikati. I don't know whether I'm happy, I don't know whether I'm not happy. Nipo tu, I don't know whether I'm excited or not. Akaniambia, do you know wakati nilimaliza PhD, I went through post-graduation depression. Na akaniambia, actually hata sahi haijaisha vizuri. So I started asking, ulikuwa unasikiaje exactly? Ulikuwa unajihisi aje? So nikaona it is very, very important for us to talk about post-graduation depression. Because mtu akisha complete, kuna vile watu wanamwangalia. Kuna vile watu wana expect from them. And sometimes they may go through this post-graduation depression.
Haipati mtu ambaye tu amemaliza degree, hata wale mmesoma uprofesa bado.
Yes. Inapata everybody. Inapata everybody mwenye amegraduate through a big milestone. Actually, ukigraduate ama ukipita a big milestone, it can be, you are graduating with your PhD, it can be you are graduating with your first degree, it can even be you have graduated with your diploma, your certificate, or it can even be you've just married. It can even be you've just gone through a big milestone. Even from 4 leavers. Even from 4 leavers. Mtu anamaliza form 4, anapata majibu, anaanza kujiuliza, then what next? And for a period there, they may go through depression. So it's actually a period that someone goes through after they have gone through a major milestone. It can be graduation,
No.
academic graduation. It can even be graduation in marriage. It can be graduation of a big achievement that someone has done, and they have graduated from it. So it can face anyone.
Sasa pale nje, kwa sababu okay, najua hiko watu wanapitia jamani.
Yes.
Na watu wanazidi kumaliza shule, wanazidi kuingia in different stages of their lives. Unaweza angalia nini? Uangalie jamani, huyu ni kama anapitia postgraduate depression, huyu ni kama anapata kuna msongo wa mawazo. What are the symptoms of being depressed?
The symptoms of being depressed. Now we have several symptoms of being depressed. We have if you want to know you are depressed, or you are going through post graduation depression.
Right.
First of all, you have said graduation is a period of happiness, joy, and celebration. But instead of this joy and celebration continuing, you find that you are sad. You find that you have feelings of sadness.
Right.
You have feeling of hopelessness. You have feelings of emptiness. Unasikia tu uko empty. Unasikia you are sad. You know, unaamka asubuhi, unajisikia tu uko sad. People are happy around you, but you don't feel to be sharing the same joy. Unasikia lack of motivation. You feel like you are not well, you are not motivated. Right. There is lack of interest to day-to-day activities. You find that you are not very much interested in them. Things that you are probably doing, you're not interested anymore. You feel that you are anxious about the future. You're so anxious about the future. If you think about your tomorrow, you can't see anything. If you think about your next year, you see darkness. You know, you can't. You are really not. You are anxious about the future. Then, if you find yourself that you are isolating yourself, and even withdrawing from your friends, kujitenga. Yani unaamka asubuhi hutaki kuongea na mtu. Uko peke yako. Uko pale kwa bedroom hutaki kuongea na mtu. Hata
ufikirie maisha yako ama hiyo ni
ndio ni time ya kufikiria maisha yako, but fikiria ukiwa pamoja na wengine. So unajipata uko isolate. You go through isolation, you go through social withdrawal, you go through insomnia. You are not sleeping very comfortably because you are thinking so many things are going through your mind. You go through excessive sleeping or lack of sleeping. Insomnia is lack of it. You are not sleeping properly. But when you have excessive sleep, again you sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. Ni mchana umelala, ni saa ngapi umelala. You are just, excessively sleeping. Then you also go through a period of self-doubt. You start doubting yourself. You start asking yourself, sasa nimeachieve. Then what, How important is it, nimesomea nini? Na how important is this thing nimesomea? You feel emotionally distressed. And it can manifest itself in crying. Some people cry a lot. I'm sure even there are Form 4s that are listening to me now, and they have really been crying, or immediately the results were out, they had a period of crying, they had a period of feeling, helplessness and so on. And then it can also manifest itself physically, because you need to know, Anthony, that a number of sicknesses, even in the hospitals, they are actually, their origin is mental stress. Their origin is mental health challenges. Their origin is psychological challenges. So you find that when someone is stressed, they become physically sick, or they feel they are physically sick. So it can also manifest itself physically. Maybe you're having a headache. Maybe you're having a backache. Maybe you're having fatigue. Maybe you're having appetite change, and so on. So these are some of the symptoms that can tell you after graduation, after you've gone through a major milestone, when you start feeling like you have lack of motivation, when you start feeling like you have no interest in day-to-day activities, when you start feeling like you don't want to talk to anyone, you want to just be isolated, when you start having a sleepless night, when you start having too much sleep, when you start losing appetite for food and so on, just know that you're going through post-graduation depression. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
So msikilizaji, kama unataka kuuliza swali lolote pale msikilizaji kuhusiana na postgraduate depression ama uko pale jamani unapitia stress jamani,
Yes.
0702333477. Tukiendelea daktari, causes za
nini inafanya mtu
postgraduate
apitie,
depression, kwa sababu huwezi maliza shule tu hivi vizuri
alafu ukishamaliza unaanza kupata
something which causes
the depression. Now the first cause, which is quite remarkable, if I can say, is the expectation. The expectation is the first cause of post-graduation depression. What was your expectation? What is the expectation of other people around you? Because some people go through post-graduation depression because once they graduate, people expect so much from them. There is the expectation from people which you may not be able to meet. You have just graduated. You've not even stabilized yourself. So the expectation of other people can lead to this post-graduation depression. Expectation, like if we talk about the Form 4s that got their results, what were the expectation of the parents? What are the expectation of their loved ones? What were the expectations of the teachers? So if the expectations of other people are not met, that kind of expectation they're having on you, if you get to know, then it gives you depression. Your own expectation also can give you depression. Because maybe you are expecting ukisha graduate, mambo iflow, you know, immediately umegraduate, ama immediately umemaliza fourth year, upate kazi, as you are graduating, you are good to go, and so on. You know, that expectation alone can lead to post-graduation depression. It can lead to post-graduation depression even when it is at a master's level or when it is at PhD level. Because now you sometimes you've graduated and you are working. So you start asking yourself, so now, niko na kazi, yes, and I've been doing this job even when I did not have this degree. Now I have this degree. I'm still continuing to do the same job. That one can also lead to post-graduation depression. But we have other causes also, like uncertainty about the future. There's a lot of uncertainty about the future. Someone graduates with a degree. The future is not really certain, especially in terms of employment, job market, the stress, the job search stress, the rejection, because sometimes you find that you're not accepted to work in certain places, not because you've not qualified, you've qualified, but there is that rejection, the underemployment, that you graduated with a first class honors, with second class honors, but the job that you are doing ni kazi inaweza fanywa na mtu wa form 4, ni kazi inaweza fanywa na mtu yoyote. You know that job, you know that underemployment, that you have this high qualification, but the job that you are doing does not need someone with that high qualification. So that one also can bring post-graduation depression, that you are underemployed. You are feeling you are underemployed. You are feeling that you have done masters, but you're doing something that could be done by somebody with a degree, or could be done by somebody who has finished for Form 4. So that's that problem. Yes.
Iko shida pia pale katika ukiangalia katika maeneo ya kazi.
Yes.
Unapata kwamba kwa mfano wanafunzi amesomea taaluma fulani na amefanya diploma, alafu kuna ule mwingine amefanya degree.
Yes.
Na wote wanaweza kufanya the same thing.
The same thing.
Unapata kwamba employees,
yes,
they prefer huyu wa diploma wanaacha wa degree. Lakini kwamba hapo ndipo kuna shida kwa.
Unajua sometimes they prefer wa diploma because wa diploma they can pay cheap. Or they can pay you know less salary than somebody of degree. Not because mtu wa degree si mzuri. No. Lakini kwa sababu wanaangalia kama hii kazi inaweza fanywa na mtu wa diploma, nikiemploy mtu wa degree nitakuwa expected nimlipe a better salary than mtu wa diploma. So they take mtu wa diploma. So sometimes pia hiyo inaleta a lot of challenges there. So we have that. We also have financial pressure. Financial pressure because now you've graduated. Now you're no longer a student. You know, when you are a student, you could call mom and say, hello, mom. Nahitaji something small. But now you have graduated. Are you still continuing to ask? Wewe sasa ndo unapigiwa simu. Sasa, you know, that expectation, the financial pressures, the loans probably that you have, the help loan that you get. You know, the help loan you also pay after a year or so, they start calling you and telling you, hey, you're supposed to be paying this money. So when you're enjoying help, when you are enjoying help, just know that there is one time that you're going to pay that.
Alright.
Then we also have the use of social media. Use of social media actually contributes to a larger percentage of depression nowadays.
On that, there is someone who told me that alimaliza shule na baada ya kumaliza shule namba zote za marafiki wake akafuta ambao alikuwa anasoma naye. Nikamuuliza, why did you do that? Niambia kwamba jamani, mimi siku nataka kuona pressure. Ati huyu amepata kazi, huyu amekuwa radio fulani, huyu anafanya kwa hospitali. Mimi siku nataka pressure. Kaniambia the reason why I deleted my contacts because I was stucky, siku nataka pressure. So I was like, oh.
That is true. That is very true. There are some people who deal with that depression that way by cutting off every link of people that they went to school together, because you know everybody gets a job at different times and people get different jobs. Kuna mwingine atagonga job ingine ya kimataifa na mlikuwa na yeye class moja, alafu amepost hapo kwa social media, and then you probably you don't have, or you ile umepata, you don't want even to tell, you cannot even share with people the kind of job that you have. So social media can also lead to a lot of pressure and a lot of depression.
Right.
Even under normal circumstances, when people are posting, they are here, they are there, they are, I don't know, where, there are people who feel jealous, or there are people who have envy of this person. So it can lead to depression. Yeah, so social media can lead to depression. Then we also have the opposite of that is also true. Loss of social connection. Because now you are with your friends. You are going to class together. You are doing things together. But now kila mtu anaenda kwao na anaenda kwake. So that one also can lead to post-graduation depression. And actually it is called separation anxiety. Hiyo inaitwa separation anxiety. Unapata pale when you are about to complete, there is the low moods, there are people there, hata wengine as you are talking they are crying, wengine they are hugging each other, it's like they don't want to let each other go, that kind of scenario can also lead to post-graduation depression. Then we also have adjustment, adjustment to life. You are going to adjust to life. If you come from rural areas, total rural areas, there are people who come from there because, when we are in a learning institution, we come from different places. Some of us come from very remote areas. There are no lights, there are no hakuna stima, hakuna maji, hakuna nini. It is just struggles. Right. So that class adjustment that now you have to adjust from where you are learning, your learning institution to your rural area can also lead to depression. That umesoma lakini nimerudi hapa, and there are many facilities that are not there. So again, that one can also lead to that. And then the last one is identity crisis. Identity crisis is you start asking yourself, sasa mimi ni nani? Mimi, I mean, who am I? Am I an adult now? Or am I still a child of my father, a child of my mom, a child of my aunt, a child of my grandmother? Am I still a child, or am now an adult? So that identity crisis can also lead to post-graduation depression.
Right, asante sana Daktari Joyce Mugoi. Some motivating topic hapa my brother. Mada ya leo ni nzuri sana. Na tukirejea maana tunaenda pumziko fupi tu.
Yes.
Tukirejea pale maana wanasema kwamba jamani, mtoto umetoka shule, umetoka nje nyumbani ukaenda kusoma pale katika chuo kikuu. Wewe usirejee nyumbani, tupande kazi. Tukirejea tunajua kama hiyo statement ni ukweli ama ni uongo kweli.
Sawa.
We'll be taking a very short break pale msikilizaji jamani, zidi kuongea nasi pale 07023347. We'll be coming back pale kwenye mjadala wetu awamu ya pili. Tuko na Daktari Joyce Mugoi ambaye ni mwanasaikolojia na pia ni Director Office of Career Services hapa katika chuo kikuu cha Chuka. Niite Kigogo Ntondolo kama kawaida.
Kijana ma 772 niko ndani.
Good morning. Kibao chake Sifaili Mwabuka kutoka kule 255 Dar es Salaam kule TZ. Msikilizaji anasema jamani, ni Mungu, tumtukuze Mungu kila siku, ukiamka pale, ukishinda na pia ukirejea pale nyumbani baada ya kazi yako ya kila siku. Dakika zimekata pale 48 baada ya saa 2 majira ya Afrika Mashariki. Kumbuka msikilizaji, tuko naye Daktari Joyce Mugoe ambaye ni Director of Career Service hapa katika chuo kikuu cha Chuka, na pia ni mwanasaikolojia, psychologist, na pia ni counselor. Ukiwa na shida zako pale, bila shaka ukimfikia atazidi kukuhandle vizuri na kuelekeze inavyofaa. Karibu sana daktari kwenye awamu yetu ya pili ya mjadala wetu asubuhi ya leo.
Asante sana.
Nilikuwa nimeuliza swali kabla tutoke kwenye break nikasema kwamba kuna watu wanasema maana tulikuwa tunazungumzia postgraduate depression. Na kule nyumbani unaambiwa jamani, umesoma usirudi nyumbani tena. Wewe heri uende tu kule Nairobi, mji wote ule ufanye kazi.
Sasa it's good to be told that way, kwa sababu they are motivating you to think out of the box and to open your mind. Si vibaya hata kidogo, si vibaya. Si vibaya, ni vile sasa inafanya mtu asikie ni kama amekuwa rejected ama ni kama amekuwa pushed, ndio. But again, it's just something to tell you, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your ears, think out of the box, and please, when you complete your 4th year or when you complete your degree, don't come back here. Yani, they are telling you, establish yourself. Find a way to establish yourself. Find your way to establish yourself and to take care of yourself. You don't come back here again after we have taken you to school. Actually, there is somebody who was told that by the uncle, that nimekuleta nimekufikisha Chuka University, nisikuone ushago.
No, even at during holidays.
Nisikuone ushago, you know. And he took it serious.
I've played my
and
part.
Literally, let me tell you, this guy, when he graduated with a business, he graduated with a car, he graduated with a plot. Sometimes it motivates someone to work hard and to think out of the box. So it is okay.
Right.
It is okay.
Bila shaka pale vile msikilizaji.
Yes.
Unajua mimi ni kama yangu ilianza kunipata pale kitambo sana.
Ilianza kitambo.
I was done with high school. I think hapo nilianza. Until saizi bado tu still wonder. Bado sija settle, but kitu najua ni nikimaliza shule waliniambia nisiende nyumbani.
So think out of the box.
I'm still thinking out of
the
box. I'm still working on it. And of course, kwa ule mtu mwenye maybe hajui, what can be the causes and the symptoms to know that indeed that person is suffering from postgraduate depression. What are some of the symptoms, some of the causes?
We have discussed some of these things, like lack of motivation is a cause, like insomnia is a cause, like isolating yourself from other people, like that feeling of like you want to cry, or you are feeling helpless, or you're feeling hopeless, or you're feeling like you really don't have any motivation to do anything. Those are some of the symptoms that can actually someone can know what you are feeling after graduation. Ile feeling uko nayo ya kwamba I've done this, but what next, you know? The frustration that you get after that, you know, the feeling that sasa nimemaliza alafu then what, you know, that you probably have not hit your expectation. That kind of a feeling is actually what causes depression.
Tukiwa hapo tu daktari,
yes.
Now, sasa hivi nimejua kwamba jamani, mimi niko na depression.
Yes.
Napitia depression, msongo wa mawazo pale karibu na nimaliza.
Yes.
Now, how can I deal with it?
How can you cope with it?
This is a problem.
Yes, there is a way. There is a way you can cope with it. The first way to cope with it is you set realistic goals.
All right.
Every time set realistic goals.
Yani,
zile goals you may set for yourself. Set realistic goals. Don't set a goal that immediately I complete 4th year, I'm going to work with a non-governmental organization. I'm going to work with UN. I'm going to work with this bank. I'm going to work, I don't know with what. You know, set realistic goals. Goals that you can be able to achieve. And break your goals into manageable levels. Then stay connected and in touch with your peers. Sometimes we've said that some people delete the numbers of their peers to avoid that pressure. But in the real sense, when you are in contact with your peers, you are able to know where they are. You are able to know where there are opportunities. And you are able to actually help yourself. So stay in contact with your peers. Stay in contact with your family members. Stay in contact with your mentors, so that at least you can have the balance there. Yes, wenzako wako wapi, wako na kazi gani, wamepata opportunities kwa wapi, they can even tell you. Then prioritize mental health. Prioritize mental health. Do self-care. Take care of yourself. There is tomorrow. Even when it is looking like it is dark, next year. It is dark tomorrow. It's looking like it is dark, the next minute, or it's looking like it is dark the next month, and so on. Just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. If you're someone who listens to music, listen to good music. Like the music that we are just from listening here. Simama mtukuze Mungu. Despite the situation.
Exactly.
Despite the situation. So self-care is very, very important. Exercise. You can also seek professional help. As I've said, I'm a psychological counselor. I'm not the only one. There are so many psychological counselors in Kenya today. Seek professional therapy. Then avoid social media. Avoid social media. Especially comparisons.
All right.
Go through social media. Yes, maybe to get the fun, to get, the news, to get what is happening in Kenya and so on. You can do that, but not to compare yourself. Usiende kutafuta pale fulani yako wapi. Usiende kutafuta hapa huyu mwingine yako wapi.
But I think that's happened to everyone. Nafikiri mtu akimaliza shule anataka kujua
mwingine yako wapi. If you are strong enough to not to feel jealousy and envy, and not to start comparing yourself unfairly. If you understand that everybody succeeds at their own time. Everybody succeeds at their own time.
Exactly.
So focus on your own journey. Don't focus on somebody else's journey. Focus on your own journey. Consider alternative paths that are there, and we have talked about this. We have said sometimes people feel depressed because of underemployment, that the job you are being given is not commensurate with your qualification. So consider alternative paths and accept them. Then count your blessings. Count your blessings. Yes, you may not have this job, but there is something positive that you have. Yes, you may not be this way, but there is something that you have. Yes, you may not have this, but there is something that you have. So count your blessings. Count the blessings that you already have. Count your blessings. Then look for social support. Social support are those people that accept you irrespective of who you are. Unajua kuna mahali unakubalika, whether we ni successful or not successful. And that is your family. Whether you're successful or not, most of your family members have no problem with you. So look for social support. So people that accept you the way you are, even in your struggles. And finally, look for spiritual support. Look for spiritual support. There is a God that knows you better than anybody else. And there is a God that knows your feelings and your emotions to the latter. You don't need to tell him. He knows already. So look for spiritual support. It can also help you to deal with that.
Asante sana daktari. That's very touching, very strong, very motivating pale. Msikilizaji kama jamani, I know kama ulikuwa unapitia shida kama hiyo depression, atumekaa mwaka wa kwanza, wa pili, wa tatu, umesha graduate hujapata kazi. I know right now you are re-energized and you're gonna come back strong.
Wasikufe moyo, wasife moyo.
Bila shaka
wasife moyo.
Tukimalizia.
Yes.
Maana naona pia muda unatupa kisogo kidogo tu. This thing starts from the family. Ile ya over expect. Sasa nataka uzungumze jamani na wazazi sababu unajua pia
that is very true. Pressure unaweza itoa nyumbani.
Yes.
Unaweza itoa nyumbani because of the expectation of parents. So what I can also be able to tell the parents is that they should actually have set realistic goals and have manageable, levels of goals so that they don't expect so much from their children. And when their children are not able to achieve, they give them pressure and they give them stress, and finally these children go to depression. So they should set realistic goals, and they should not over expect from children. Actually, parents over expect from children. They over expect. Why? Because anyway, any parent wants their children to do the best and to have the best in life. So that's why they do over expecting. But let them go slow on this. Just set realistic goals. Let the children be. Even those parents that right now are feeling like their children did not perform well at Form 4 level. These children will still be successful in life. I said the other day, even those that got an E, they will still be successful in life if they focus. If they focus on something and they do it over and over again, they become successful in life. If they start from a lower level and grow, they will still become successful. Some of these people are, big businessmen. Some of them are, mechanics. Some of them are, electricians. There are so many things that these people can be able to do. Yes, so parents, do not over expect from your child to an extent of pushing them to depression.
That's true. Asante sana. Nimekuwa naye Madam Joyce Mugoi. Kumbuka msikilizaji, jamani, kama hujapata kusikiza mazungumzo hayo vizuri tena zaidi pale vile utapata pale YouTube. Nafikiri pia daktari utaweza kusema YouTube channel yako pale tuweze pale to follow pia.
Yes, my YouTube channel is Touch of Grace KE. That is where I put all this. So if you have missed this episode, go to Touch of Grace KE and watch and like, share and subscribe and let us grow together.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Asante sana daktari kwa mazungumzo hayo mazuri tena zaidi. Tupatane kwa Tuesday.
Asante.
Jumanne.
Yes.
Mpigo tena zaidi msikilizaji. My brother, that's what we do it every day from Monday to Friday.
Of course.
Kutoka mida ya saa 12 mpaka ile mida ya saa 4 msikilizaji. It's all about focus, setting realistic goals, spiritual nourishment, making sure kwamba jamani your mental health is the first priority pale vile ili uweze kuweza kumalizana na swala nzima la depression after graduating. Saa 3 zimesalia dakika moja msikilizaji, wakati wa habari za Tuko University Radio pale vile habari kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Nora Joseph anaingia hapa, will be coming right away back pale baada ya habari zile, itakuwa ni mida saa 3 pale kwa 20 pale vile. Kwa hivyo sky mbali, we catch you covered. Good morning.